Power Up project is a 5-year funded project by the National Lottery Community Fund through their Mind Our Futures grant. The lead partners on the project are Platfform, and we also work alongside a group of partners including statutory and third sector organisations. The project is for young people living in Cardiff in the Vale of Glamorgan, aged between 10 to 25, and it's all about putting young people in the lead in terms of deciding what they need from mental health services. We get a development phase, so that's what we're currently in at the moment, and we have been since September 2022.
So far we've really focused on engaging with as many young people as possible. For that we have designed engagement sessions with the help of the advisory group, where we go to schools and community groups and literally spend like an hour to an hour and a half sitting down with them and talking about what they would like from a wellbeing and mental health service.
And the idea is that we use what research and insights that we gather this year to create a new service which will be launching in September 2023.
The advisory group is the group of young people that governs the Power Up project. So they're really in charge of everything we do. We take all of our ideas to them to see whether they are happy with that. Then they sort of chop and change a lot of what we do to make it as accessible and approachable to young people as possible.
I've joined the Power Up project as a young person, being a part of the advisory group, having the opportunity to give ideas and opinions on what we want the service to look like, what we want the service to offer to young people.
We meet once a month and they ask for our opinion on how we want the project to look like.
We've been meeting online, discussing the 5-year project in terms of the setup, what kind of questions they want to ask young people, just basically giving them advice on how to speak to other people, having a say in what they kind of do in the project. And now I'm here at the residential, which is the first kind of in-person event for Power Up, which is really exciting.
I have accessed mental health services via the University of South Wales. My counsellor was great, and the wellbeing team keep a general sense of wellbeing around the university.
I've accessed therapy, I've accessed group support. With charity it's really good, with university it's really good. Some particular services sometimes can be a little bit outdated in terms of supporting young people specifically.
I did a few weeks of therapy a couple of years ago, asked for a male and got a female, and it sort of felt like they were giving a choice that was taken away from me.
I was assured that it'd be confidential and it wasn't.
I got a lot of comments that a person my age shouldn't have any issues or any worries and stresses, and that kind of brought me down, you know, emotionally even more.
So when I'm struggling, what helps me feel better is talking to others, which is obviously quite an obvious one, but it really does help just kind of having like someone to bounce ideas off or bounce problems. And also being creative.
Doing what I enjoy. I like doing like sports, listening to music, and just having my own space.
Taking walks on the beach, talking to friends.
Hot bath, light a candle, listen to some music.
Breathing, or just sitting, relaxing, being involved in the moment.
When I can go a bit offline or with a book.
My pets. Just having a cuddle from my dog, you know, can make my day so much brighter.
really think the world should change. I think that all the people around the world, we all need a lot more love in our lives.
It can be quite scary for people and me because of politics, and when we look at the news it can be quite negative. It can have an effect on people's mental health.
There's a lot going on at the moment that sort of needs to be addressed in the same way that you would physical health.
So I think there's a lot of different things that isn't great with the world, but there's also a lot of things that are beautiful and wonderful about the world, and I think sometimes that can be overlooked.
What gives me hope for the future is things like Power Up Project and Platfform and the various different companies around in South Wales, the ones that have noticed it and are involving young people, and it's run almost very much by young people, for young people.
Getting young people to come together and get their voices heard and have more connections.
How we can come together as a community, so the fact that we can make change together, and just in my own life being able to make a little impact is really empowering, because it's not much, it's not enough to maybe change the issue entirely, but it can affect somebody or something in a positive way. So that makes me feel really helpful and happy and satisfied with my life.